Right guys, we've got a new outing for my custom chapter, the Emperor's Hands. Today I will be using Iron Hands chapter tactics. It's quite an easy one to remember, just having a 6-up after save's quite handy, and I think it's going to fit quite nicely with my my Dreadnoughts and what have you. So we've gone for a battalion detachment. It's all within that battalion detachment, and it consists of a captain in Gravis armour, so he's going to be my warlord. And he's going to have the special armour of Dominus, I think it's called, which basically gives him a 2-up save, which is pretty nice. And then a Primus Chaplain. Now Primus Chaplain is a pretty poor unit, but he just looks so cool. I just think he looks epic, so I've included him in the list. He's quite good when you get into combat, giving me a few re-rolls there, which is nice. And then we've got a Primus Lieutenant. So when you've got the Lieutenant and you've got the Captain, it's kind of almost like a mini Guilliman, so that's the reason for it. Into troops, I have 3 units of Intercessors. Primus Intercessors. So this army, as you can probably see, is all Primus Space Marines. And they're both, all 3 units are stock standard, just with their bolt rifles. Into elites, I have a 6-man unit of aggressors, and they have the missiles with the bolt fists, the bolt gauntlets. They're quite good, loads of shots. They're really handy unit. I think they're better in Raven Guard, where you can kind of get them in nice and quick, but I think it's going to be more thematic today to go Iron Hands. I then have a Primus Ancient, who's the banner guy. I've not given him the relic of better banner, basically. I've given him just his standard. I don't think I'm going to need it in this particular game. Sean doesn't have a lot of shooting, so it's kind of almost a waste of time. And then I have 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts, both kitted out the same, with Fragstorm grenade launchers, Icarus rockets, and the macro plasma incinerator and the onslaught gatling cannon. So they're pretty much a 1-man walking gunship, which should be quite cool. And then I have a 3-man intercessor squad. They're just kind of interference unit, kind of drop down, quite a lot of shots from their bolt guns, but yeah, just kind of really kind of get on your nerves type unit. Very overcosted, but again they look cool. Then we've got a 5-man Hellblaster squad. I really do some damage, but against pretty much all Invon saves. How effective they'll be today, I'm not too sure. And then I have a Stalker. I quite like the Stalker. It's just very good against anything with fly, and when you put it next to something with re-rolls, it can be pretty effective. And then finishing off the army, I have the big tank itself as dedicated transport, which is the Repulsor. The Repulsor is absolutely laden with all sorts of guns. So it has 2 Crackstorm grenade launchers, it has a twin las cannon, it has a heavy onslaught cannon, and another onslaught gatling cannon, it has a Fragstorm grenade launcher, an Icarus rocket pod, and auto launchers. So it's literally just dripping in guns, and I think again the unit's pretty cool, so we'll give that an outing today. Can chuck a few units in there and it gives them a bit of a texture. So that's my force. It comes to 1,999 points.
So today Sean's going to be using the Demons of Khorne. He's going with a battalion detachment. So for it, he's got 3 HQ. For the first HQ, he's going to be taking a Skull Taker, and then 2 Bloodthirsters of Fury, which is the whip and the axe. For the troop choice, he's going to be going with 3 squads of 10 Bloodletters. For the elites, we're going to be going with the Blood Crushers, going for 7 of those. Going in for fast, we've got 3 squads of 5 dogs. And then from a heavy, we're going to be going with 2 Soul Grinders. 2 of my favourite units. But unfortunately, in this edition, they are very expensive for what they do. But hopefully, Sean can do some real damage to those annoying Space Marines. Welcome back to another 40k battle report from Twisted Dice. Today we've got an epic 2,000 point lined up for yourself. We've got John versus your man Sean. John, what are you going to be bringing into the party?
So I've got something a bit different today, so I'm going to use my custom chapter, the Emperor's Hands. I normally play them as Ultramarines. It's a little bit more competitive, but we're going to go with something a little bit tamed down and a little bit more fluffy, potentially. So we're going to go with some iron hands today. Still think it should be, still should have a little bit of bite to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah,
be awesome to see how they play out.
Fingers crossed.
Sean, and what are you going to be taking to the battle?
Not really too sure if the truth be told, but I've got Khorne Daemon or Daemon of Khorne in 8th edition. I think you can probably tell everyone.
So it's just going to be Khorne Daemons, yeah?
Khorne Daemons is what I'm taking.
Just lots of demons.
I think it's going to be really interesting to see how you play that out.
I have no idea.
No, yeah, that's true. We're not going to lie on that one.
Move forward.
But it will be an awesome battle report.
Fingers crossed.
It's going to be a lot of banter in between these two, hopefully.
Banter.
So it's going to be an interesting game. If not, let's see how this one rolls. I can say no more. Let's get straight into the game.
Okay, so the mission we're going to be playing today is Dominate and Destroy, one of the Eternal War missions from Chapter Approved. So hopefully it's going to be an enjoyable game. So it's going to be kill points as well as scoring a point for every objective you hold at the end of each turn. So it should make it pretty good for, particularly for the demons, very aggressive-minded force. And I'm going to be trying to gun them down before they get to me. So hopefully it'll be quite thematic. As far as objectives, they're pretty well spaced around the board. So I have one that's just by these rocks here. Or the rocks, sorry, should I say big crates. Have another one behind these pipes. We then have two very close together. So we have one over here by the rock, and then one just the other side of it, just enough away from it. We have one right on the far side, out in the open, by just past that crate. And then whereabouts is your other one, Sean? You've got. Whereabouts is your other objective?
There's one here. 4.
Yeah, we've done that one.
5.
Ah, that's the
3.
one. So just the other side of
the rock.
The rock over there, by the Bloodthirster and the Soul Grinder, we have another one. So they're pretty well spaced out. Some ground to cover. Be very, very interesting. So let's get this thing underway, Sean. So we're going to roll. Right. So we're now going to roll off and see who goes first. So Sean has the +1. So he's going to roll, gets a 3. And I get a 3, so he wins that because he gets +1 to it. I am not going to seize, I think. I'm going to let him come at me.
It's quite aggressive.
I think he's going to come straight at me. He hasn't got a lot of shooting, so I think I'm going to let him close the gap so I can get everything in range and hopefully cause some grief. I think his Bloodthirsters are out of position currently, sitting at the back of the board either side, just eyeing up different options. I'm hoping that potentially that's going to do me a favour. I'm not too sure what the Soul Grinder is going to hit me with, but we'll have to wait and see. So we'll now go into turn 1 for the Chaos Demons.
So, for Demons of Khorne, let's recap the movement quickly. The Blood Crushers have charged up the right flank. With the advanced roll, I only got a 1, so they didn't move too far. The Bloodletters have moved on to this objective here, while the Bloodhounds have moved up the centre with the Bloodthirster as well as the Soul Grinder. Over here we can see the other unit that was hiding behind here of the Bloodletters. They've advanced around to the right. I did actually get an advanced roll of 6, so they've moved a steady 13 inches, which is pretty impressive. We have the Army's Warlord here, the Soul Grinder, as well as the Bloodthirster advancing up to the right of the Primus Marine. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in my shooting turn. I only have the 2 Soul Grinders as shooting units in this army, so it would be interesting to see what they do. So first of all, we have the Soul Grinder here, who is going to fire into the aggressors. I'm going to fire the Harvester Cannon first, so it's a heavy 3. So I need 5s to hit, -1 because I moved. So we've got 1 hit, 3 to wound, which I've managed to do a wound, so save for you, John.
Okay, so it is -1. -1, so I'm on a 4-up save, which I don't make. 2 damage, is that
D3.
right? D3.
So I've only done 1.
Just 1 damage, okay, no problem.
And then the next weapon that we have is the Flam Bombardment. It's heavy D6. It's only 1, so can I get a 6? No, I can't. So that's
1 done.
Good.
You're going to move on to the other one?
Yeah, let's do the other one.
Okay.
Same again, I'm going to fire into the aggressor. So from the Harvester Cannon,
Yeah.
I've managed to hit with 2. 3s
Nice.
to wound, and then it will be 4s.
Okay. So, for save. Oh, both get through. So, we need to do individually, but okay, it's fine. So that's one guy down. Oh, I do have my 6 up saves. I must do them. So I'll do them for all of them. So, because in all I've got 3 saves to make. Yeah. So let's do them. I don't make any, so one of the aggressors goes down.
Next we have the Flam Bombardment Cannon from the Soul Grinder to the left here. And again, it's only a 1. Can I get a 5 or 6? No, unfortunately. So unfortunately that turn, not that effective.
So I believe, is that the end of your shooting? Yep.
I don't really know the army, but yes, I would imagine so.
Yes, the end of the Bloodthirst has got a bit of shooting, but they're out of range. So that'll be the end of your shooting. You don't have any charges. Obviously, they've been rammed forward, so they advance, so they can't be charging. So that'll be the end of your turn, and we'll go on to turn 1 for the Space Marines. So just how many points did you score? So you are holding some objectives,
1,
aren't you?
2, 3.
So you get 3 points in your first turn. So we now go into turn 1 for the Space Marines.
So moving into shooting for the Space Marines. What are we going for first, John?
I'm going to start off with the aggressors. I'm going to shoot into the dogs. So we have lots of shots. Lots and lots of shots. So I'm going to start off with the gauntlets. I need 3s.
Ooh, few 1s there, John. Few 2s there, John.
Okay, and then we'll do these ones first before I do the missiles.
You're shooting
The grenade launchers. So yeah, so shoot the dogs.
Oh, a couple more ones.
So strength 4 against toughness 4. So needing 4s. And
That wasn't so hot, was it?
it's pretty poor. Pretty poor. So do you want to do those ones to start off with, Sean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there you go, your 5 ups in ones, no minus. So
yeah, here we go.
you're in ones straight
Come
up.
on, give me big strong. John, these dice are not looking good.
3 wounds each. Dogs,
yes.
I believe.
It's
So
gonna
if
be
they're 3 wounds each, that'll be 2 dogs down, and then 1 on 1 wound. Okay, and then I'll do the grenade launcher things on top. So it's D6. So I've got 5 of them.
Dogs you're shooting at, I'm assuming.
So that is 12, 16, 17, 18 more shots.
So those puppies have only got 2 wounds apiece, so we're going to lose another dog.
Yeah, fortunately so.
Okay, so now these will be the shots from the overhead grenade launchers. So again, needing 3s to hit. Scattering dice everywhere. But much better. Much better. So that's just drops a few. And again, looking for 4s. Just hoping with number of shots here that I can hopefully take them out. So there you go, Sean. Some more for you.
Ooh.
5s.
Can I make
Can I
any?
take out the last 2?
So I've only got 3 wounds left, right?
Yep, only 3 wounds. And that'll be enough to kill them.
Not bad,
Yep.
but yeah.
So that'll be first blood.
Yes, it is, John.
Okay, so what's going next then, John?
So we're going to try the Stalker. The Stalker's going to have a shot at this Bloodthirster here. So I'm going to be shooting both its Icarus cannons at it. So they're 3 shots a cannon. Normally they hit on 3s, but against anything with fly, they get +1 ballistic skills. They're hitting on 2s. I am in range of both the captain and the lieutenant. So needing 2s with a reroll for 1s. So that all hit.
So you pretty much can't miss with that.
And it is strength 7 against the Bloodthirster's toughness of 7. So I need 4s, and I'm re-rolling 1s to wound. So I'll re-roll that 1. So convert that. So that is 3 saves, and this is at -1.
So
Each one that gets through. So yeah, you'd be on 4s.
Okay, so 2 got through.
So it's 2 damage each.
Okay, so that's 4.
So it's 4 wounds gone from him. Okay.
So putting down to
14,
so it's down to 12.
12
yeah.
wounds.
Yep. Okay.
He doesn't know.
So next up, I'm going to use the Hell Blasters. I'm going to continue to try and see if I can do some damage to this Bloodthirster. So I'm not supercharging them. I'm not close enough to anything to get rerolls, so I'm just going to hit on 3s. And it's a good thing I didn't supercharge them, because that is just a 1 hit with no way of rerolling. And I am straight 7, so I need 4s. So I get 1, it's -4, so you're going to need 5 up in bomb.
No.
So it's another wound, it does just the 1 single one. So that takes him down to 10, or to 11,
11.
sorry, it takes him down to 11. Okay, cool. Yeah?
Ready.
Okay, so the Repulsor tank is now going to shoot at the Bloodthirster. I am going to shoot everything I possibly can at him, see if I can kill him. So everything from there that is in range is going to shoot at the Bloodthirster. So I'm going to start off with the big, heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon. So 12 shots. I don't take any penalties from moving from this thing, which is quite cool. I'm out of range of any rerolls, but I need 3s. Okay, so that's not too bad. I need 5s now. And I only get the 3. It is minus...
3 or do you mean 2?
Sorry, 2. And it is -1.
Okay, so 4 up saves. Okay, so 1 goes through.
Okay.
Is that just one?
Just 1 damage from that. Yeah, just 1 damage. So now we'll go on to the smaller Gatling Cannon, which is 6. Let's see whether we can continue some work on him. So again, needing 3s. Dropped a couple, and then needing 5s. Another 2, -1, so 4s.
2 true.
2 more wounds.
Saves don't seem to be going with him, really, do they?
What's he got left?
He's taken 8.
He's taken 8.
8 left.
Okay, so now we're going to go for the las cannons, the twin las cannons. So 2 las cannon shots, hitting 3s. Both hit. Strength 9, so needing 3s to wound. Both wounds. This will be in Von, so 5 ups.
Ooh, 1 true.
1 gets through. This is D6 damage. I'm going to use a reroll. See if I can get that up.
Oh yes!
Always
I like
the way.
that.
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
Oh, he wasted a point.
And that's 1 point down. Okay, so now the Icarus rocket pods. So 2d3. Nice. And needing 2s because we've got fly. So they all hit. Strength 7, so needing 4s to wound. So that is 3. They are at -2, I believe. Just double check that. They're -1. -1.
So 1 goes through.
Yeah, just 1 damage. Just 1 damage. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go into the 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts. We'll start off with the first one. So they didn't move. And again, I'm going to shoot the Plasma Incinerator at the Bloodthirster. I am going to supercharge it. So we'll see how we get on with that. So I have D6 shots from it. Just the 1. I've already used a command pre-port, so there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm hitting on 3s, but re-rolling 1s. Re-rolling 1s. 2, so I miss. We'll go straight on to the next one. So same deal again. So let's try. So how many shots? Oh, just the 1 again. Hits on 3s, re-rolling 1s. It does hit, and this will be winning on 3s. There's a 6, sorry. So that will be minus a lot, so you're running in Von. 2 damage.
Cool. So we're now up to 12, so he's only got 4 left.
Okay. So we're going to try now with some bolt rifles. So let's check some range. So plenty of range there, and the bolt rifles. Okay, so next up, these Primus Space Marines are going to shoot into the Bloodthirster again. So see if we can get some hits on there. That's not too bad. I'll take that. I'm needing 5s now, and I just get the 2. This is -1, so 2 saves
On the...
Same target again.
Cool. So, no, 2 go true.
Okay,
So we'll just leave
just,
them on.
just
2
with 1
wounds.
damage. The 2 is left.
Yep.
Okay,
What have we got left to shoot?
What else you got left, John?
doesn't look like very much, to be honest. So I've probably got 2 that can see you. So let's have a range. Yeah, I can. 30 inches. Yep. So I'm going to have 2 of these guys going to shoot down at him. So 2 shots each. And I don't think they're within 6 inches. No, they're outside 6 inches. 2 miss. And 5s. Just 1 more.
Oh, he makes the save.
Makes a save.
Ah!
It's big.
Okay. Not sure whether I've got anything else over there. I'll have a think about it. But over here,
Yep.
we will shoot these into the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So, see whether we can take out another unit. Ready? Okay. So C. Hitting on 3s. Okay. And then wounding on 4s. Wow, okay, not great shooting. So just the 2. -1, just 5 up in bombs.
No.
So 1 dog drops. Okay, so I'm just going to delve into my book and see whether I can pull out another little miracle before the end of the shooting phase. Okay, so as I hoped, I have delved deep into my Book of Wonders, the Codex, and we found a stratagem which might do the trick. So the Warlord, my captain, has not moved.
He's going to be calling down orbital bombardment from the support fleet above.
He is, absolutely. And so the way it works basically is I pick a point on the battlefield, and then D6, I roll D6, and then anything within that D6 aura on a 4+ takes 3 D3 mortal wounds. So pretty big. Oh, sorry, not D3. So just D3 mortal wounds on a 4+, but a character is 5+. So that's going to be a bit of a pain because I really want to try and kill this Bloodthirster with his 2 wounds left, Sean.
Yep, 2 wounds.
Okay, so let's see, it's possible. So we're going to put it there. We'll see how big the aura is. It'd be nice if we could get some wounds on the Soul Grinder. This is a 3 command point stratagem. Oh, so it's just going to be the Bloodthirster. Stop rolling these 1s. I need a 5 now. Otherwise it's a waste of 3 command points. Which it is, unfortunately. So the Bloodthirster survives. There is nothing more I can do. And that will be the end of my turn.
So Sean, talk us through what you've done for movement.
So the Blood Crushers have continued to move up the right flank and probably badly positioned. The Bloodletters have moved up along with the Soul Grinder towards the middle of the board. We've got some Bloodhounds on either side. Some very close now to the aggressors. The Bloodletters and the other Soul Grinder on the far left have pushed up as well, and pretty much the whole army is pushed up. The Blood Crusher on, or sorry, the Bloodthirster on 2 wounds has pushed up, but it's probably unlikely he's probably died to Overwatch this turn. But we wait and see what happens. Moving into the shooting.
So moving now into shooting for the Khorne.
So what we have here is we have the Lash of Khorne. I get D3 hits. Give me a... Oh, got 2. I need 4s to hit.
What are you hitting first?
I'm going against the Hellblasters.
Cool.
Cool. So I need 4s to hit. So I got 1 hit. I won't use a command point just yet. I get a little bit excited sometimes. And then
Strength
it's
7.
So it'll be 2s, 3s.
3s, yeah.
So 3s to wound. Done 1 wound.
Yeah, so it's -3 AP, so I get a 6 up save. Which I don't get, so it does D3 damage. So that is 1 dead.
Cool. You ready? So we're going to fire the Soul Grinder into the Hellbasters. Heavy 3, needing fives. So we've managed to get 1 hit. 3s to wound. Haven't wound, unfortunately. And then the next one we have is the Flam Bombardment, which is D6. I've managed to get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 5s and 6s to hit. So we had done 2 hits. And then that is strength 8.
Yeah, so it's only 4, so yeah, so you still need 2s.
So I'm going to use a command point to reroll that, and I've done it.
Yeah, you have.
Like 2 wins.
So we'll just check the AP on it. I believe it's -2. We'll double check it. Okay, so it is -2. So I have got a 5-up save. Each one of these will kill a guy. No, so 2 guys drop. What I will use now is I will use the banner. So on a 4-up, those 3 guys can shoot you. Cool. So 2 of them are going to shoot back. I'll shoot at the Bloodthirster.
Are you gonna Overwatch?
This is just normal shooting.
Yep.
And so 3 hits. And needing 4s. So that's 2 wounds, 2 invuln saves. So 1 wound down. Okay.
Is that a one-off, one use?
No, the banner will keep doing it every time you kill one within range of him.
Cool. So we have the Lash of Khorne, which
On the next Bloodthirster.
the next Bloodthirster here. I'm going to put it into the aggressors to just try and get rid of a few of them. So D3. So I've managed to get 3. I need 2s to hit. So I've managed to get 3 hits, and then 2s to wound.
No, the 3s to wound. It's strength at 7
Okay.
against us 4.
Okay, so 3s to wound. I've managed to do 1 wound.
Okay, so it's -3, so I have got a 6-up save, which I do not get, and it is D3 damage. Okay, so just 1 wound off. We did make a mistake earlier, and they have only got 2 wounds each, but it wouldn't have made a difference because the damage doesn't overflow, and it still would have only killed the 1 earlier. But anyway, so 1 guy takes a wound.
I was kind of rooting for you there. I was kind of hoping it would do a little bit more damage.
You were rooting for me.
I was rooting for you for makes a change.
I love a good root.
You're wrong in so many levels.
So Harvester Cannon
3
is
shots.
3 shots, going to fire into the tank. You need 5s to hit. 1 hit.
And it's 4, so it's strength 7 against toughness 7.
So 4s. Managed to get through. Save.
Okay, so it's -2, so I am on a 3, goes up to a 5-up. No, so you don't get through, so it's D3. So it is 2 wounds off the Stalker. Okay, and then you've got your Flam Bombardment.
So Flam Bombardment is going to do 2.
Yeah.
I need 5s and 6s. So 1 goes through.
Okay, so it's 3s to wound. It does wound. This is -3, so I get 6 up. I don't get. And what do we say this one does damage wise? Can I remember? Is it 3 damage? We'll just quickly check it.
Check in.
So the demons have got a nice little trick up their sleeves. So first of all, the dogs are declaring a charge into the aggressors.
Just here.
Yep.
I totally came up with this idea, by the way.
I'm going to Overwatch you first of all then. Okay, so here is the just the
aggressors.
Yeah, this is aggressors. This is just the shooting from their little fist things.
Yeah.
So I've got 3
Fist things.
Fist things. Yeah. I'm still going to have more shooting yet, but anyway.
Yeah.
So and then I need 4s.
Yeah.
Which I get none.
Oh.
And then I have 5d6 for the overhead missiles.
The rocket things.
The rocket things. Hashtag another name.
That's pretty good.
So that's very good.
That's 11. 17.
That's 15. 17, 16.
Hashtag learn to count.
6, 7, 8, 9, 11.
Hashtag don't lose your dice.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Cool. Here we go, John. What do you need for it? Or no, you need to hit
Sixes.
this. All right.
Sixes.
No, sixes.
I get one.
Oh, right. Sorry, I couldn't see.
Get nothing.
All right.
And it was a flop.
What?
Okay,
Right.
so just to be honest, I think even with a double one, you'll be in. But roll to see how far you get.
Okay. Ooh, get a little bit excited. Ooh, got a 4.
Thankfully, it's enough anyway. So in you
Cool.
go.
And then we've got this in the back. That's probably a big 4. What are we keeping there? Now, I came up with this all on my own as well. Let me just.
So I'm going
go.
to overwatch you first of all. Then, if you're going to.
I'm gonna declare multi-charge, but I'm gonna charge into the aggressors as well as the
Repulsor.
Repulsor.
That's it.
Hashtag know your things.
Hashtag know the name. Right. Okay. So Repulsor shooting at the Bloodthirster.
Oh man, this will go on forever.
So las cannons.
Yeah.
And the 6s. Don't get any. That's a shame.
No, I was scared about those.
I bet you were. We'll
Never spend a command point.
I'm not. No, because that seems like a bit of a waste. The Gatling cannon.
Yeah.
It's just the one.
Yeah.
5s. No. And then we have the heavy Gatling cannon.
I've tainted your dice, John. That's what it is.
Tell me about it.
Ooh.
Just the 2, so 5s again. Yeah, just get the 1.
4 up save.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh no.
Takes a wound. And the heavy Icarus to D3. Heavy Icarus, but. And it has fly, but it doesn't matter because it's Overwatch. Nothing. And 2 frag launchers.
And
2 more. And 1 more wound.
This is
3 up. Standard.
oh,
Love
yes.
it. No issues at all. I think it's probably me out of shooting. So yes. So go for it, Sean.
So now I'm gonna roll these 2 dice and see what I get. Ooh.
that looks very good.
Should we? Are we saying cocks?
No,
Not
no,
cock?
no, no. That's
Ah,
fine. That's fine.
Excellent.
Okay.
You're a generous
Kinda
man,
what you
John.
needed.
Has anyone told you that?
Yeah.
So 9. So I
that's
can.
good. Yeah, you're golden. Right. You were golden. In comes the Bloodthirster.
This base is perilous. Oh yes, Darren's shaking the camera. Right, there we go. Cool.
Yep.
Don't know why, but yeah, I am panicking.
God, I was really clever to come up with that.
It's not a demon.
Okay, so
Larry,
Bloodthirster.
Larry.
aka Larry.
There's no way that name's sticking to him.
There's Larry the Bloodthirster. That will always be Larry.
Larry's always have a big hairy back.
Alright, Larry. Right, I'm going to Overwatch you, Larry.
Right.
Before you get in there.
Oh, we got 1!
This is all I need. Yes.
I've
Fine.
got
No pressure.
5 up, or he dies.
Man, come on, Larry. You only need an average dice roll to get in there, so just survive this. A 5 or a 6. Come on. It's a 1/3 chance he's going to
Doing that
survive.
very well, Sean.
See you later, Larry.
Oh no! And do I have a command point to re-roll it?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oh, I'm absolutely doing it. I've committed to him. I've given him a name. He's got a narrative. No!
He's dead.
He is dead.
That's what happens when you call a Bloodthirster Larry.
It's not.
You might as well call him Daisy.
No, no,
or
no, no. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sugar Tips.
Wait till you see
or-
what Henry's about to pull off. Give your army to Sean and he just gives them silly names. I want comments for Larry. What would you say in his obituary?
Don't let Sean play with me again. So the next Bloodthirster, the one that did manage to get in.
Harry. Harry's going to do a job because Larry's dead. You're not in a good mind frame. You ready? So 2s to hit. Charity, your face now is priceless. Ooh, couple of 1s. We don't re-roll 1s though.
No
Cool.
exploding 6s either.
Cool. And then it's going to be 3s to do any...
So this is what happens when you give them silly names.
Right, so that's going to be how many?
So two get through.
Yeah.
And they are -4, so I don't get a save against it, and they are D6 damage each.
Give me the high 6s. No, 5. It's terrible.
So
It's terrible. What's the
five
point?
damage.
Why am I taking them? What's the point?
Well, you did kind of insult the poor fella.
point of all of this?
And then you want to go to your dogs.
Yes, I do.
Because John doesn't want the dogs to slaughter him, he's decided he's going to intervene, put matters in your own hands. Hashtag don't drop your dice.
Right.
Let me move these dice here for you, John. I just have a feeling that they might put you off.
Here we go.
Don't want him picking up the wrong dice.
No.
Here we go, guys.
Yeah.
So, I am...
I bet he says, here we go one more time.
Here we go, ready?
Here we go.
Strength 8. Here we go.
Yeah.
Needing freeze.
Oh, good. Looking good, John.
And then I need 2s to wound you.
Yep.
Okay, so that will be...
Needing 2s, yeah?
Yeah, that's a 2, John.
That'll be those.
Cool. Are these
And
5 up in ones?
Each one
These
of
will be
these, you need to do
5-ups, yeah.
these. You need to do these one by one because
Yep.
each one of these does D3. So
Okay.
wait.
I'd
fa-
say
so you
one's
failed-
gone through,
so
so
you
one's
failed
passed.
one.
Yeah. 2.
So 2. That's 1 dead.
Yeah. Okay. Do that one.
So that one's still alive. So the next,
Okay.
so it won't.
Okay. Let's take one away.
So one will definitely die.
Okay.
So waste another one. Yep.
Cool.
So 1 dead. Another 1 dead. Fails another one. 1 wound. Fails another one. The other one dead.
Cool. So 1 left. So 1 left.
1 left.
1 left.
What does he do back? So 3 to hit, 3 to wound.
Yeah.
So the Bloodhound back, 3 to hit. Cool. And 3 to wound. So I've managed to do 1 wound.
Okay, so they are -1. They're gore and claws. So I need a 4, which I do get, so I save him, which is great. Okay, so the tank is the Repulsor is going to attack back the Bloodthirster. So I have 6 attacks, but I am hitting on 6s. I get 2.
It's not bad.
I strength 8
Yep.
against Bloodthirster's toughness of 7, so I need 3s to wound him. So I do wound him both, funny enough. So it doesn't have a minus, so it's just going to be your standard. He fails 1,
Yep.
1 goes through.
That puts 1 to 2 wounds. 2 wounds are down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So at the end of the Khorne's turn, we've got a morale check to take for the little puppy on his own. So on a 4+ Sean, he's dead just 1 dice.
Am I still in combat with the Repulsors?
Yes.
So at the end of the combat, at the end of the turn for Khorne, just got 1 morale check to take. So on a 4+, he is gone. Unless you want to use the command point, but no, he's fine.
No, he's gone. It's a 6.
So John has got to do the same thing for these boys here.
Okay, so they've lost 3. Leadership 7. So they're fine. Need a 5. It's no problem.
So at the end of that, Sean has scored another 3 more points for the Khorne. He's lost one of his big toys.
It's a shame.
Let's move into Space Marines next turn. So end of movement for the Space Marines. The Repulsor has moved out of combat. And he's lining himself up nicely. So with the fly keyword, it allows him to shoot as normal. And then the Marines, the Primus Marines at the top, have just jumped themselves down, trying to capture objective, and I believe they're probably going to take some shots over there at the Demons that are going to be charging them next turn, so might as well attack before getting attacked. Let's move into shooting. So John, what are we going to be shooting first?
Let's start off with the Hellblasters. They're angry that they've lost their buddies, and they're going to shoot at the Soul Grinder. So hitting on freeze, not overcharging. And toughness of the Soul Grinder, we don't know, do we?
We don't know, do we?
We don't know.
So now moving on to the wounding.
Okay, so needing 4s. Yeah, 2 get through, so just invuln saves.
That'll do.
Nice, both of them.
Lovely.
Happy days.
Well, that's what I come to work for, you know.
And what are we going to go for next?
Well, let's go with these Marines here. We'll shoot at the Soul Grinder as well. Seems like the right thing to do. If I can try and dismiss their shooting, I think it's going to help me a lot. So here we go. no rerolls. But needing 5s now. Just the one, -1. So you 4s, yeah.
Nope. Takes a wound.
Okay.
And then what we're going to go with next?
Let's go for the tank, the repulsor. So we're going to shoot. We're going to shoot the Gatlins into the advancing bloodletters. We'll shoot the las cannon into the soul grinder, and we'll shoot the missiles also into the advancing bloodletters. Okay.
Yep.
So let's start off with the las cannons. So 2 shots. I am now within range of my captain, so I can reroll 1s. So hitting on 3s, both hit anyway, and wounding on 3s. Both wound, just invuln saves, so 2 invuln saves. So both get through, so 2d6.
Spend a command point.
Use a command point?
Nope.
No, so 2 go through. I'm going to use a command point here. Ooh, had he lost any wounds already?
1.
He'd lost 1, okay. So he has now lost
Up to
11 wounds. So heavy thing into them, and then the little one's going to go into them as well.
Cool. Let's go.
Okay, so the heavy onslaught cannon, first of all, let's go into the bloodletters. And needing 3s, re-rolling 1s, but they're all 2s, so it's no good there. And then needing 3s. Okay, so that's 5 ups.
And then I won't get any book over it. Cool. So I'm going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Okay, so next up the smaller onslaught Gatling cannon, so just 6 shots here, again needing 3s. And no 2s again to reroll, so just the 4 hits and then 3s. So all wound, Sean, 5 ups. So 6 1, so 3 more bite the dust.
And I don't get anything for them being in the building or cover or anything like that, no? Okay.
So they're now out of range of the other sort of grenade launchers and missile launchers.
Yep.
So that will be the end of his shooting.
Potentially, if he doesn't use a command point to pass, they're pretty much going to phase out anyway, which is a bit harsh, but that's the reality of it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So what are we going to go for next, John?
Let us go for this. So we're going to go for the Stalker.
Yep.
Stalker's going to shoot down at his Soul Grinder. Unfortunately now the Soul Grinder is going to be hitting you on 4s because you don't have the fly, so you doesn't get the +1. This is -1 to shoot against anything that hasn't got the fly. So we get 6 shots, but we are re-rolling 1s to hit and re-rolling 1s to wound. So let's see what we can do. That's not too bad, so that's 50-50, so 3 get through. And stretch 7, it's your top 7, so only 4s and re-rolling 1s. So 2 get through, -1, 2 damage each. So 2 damage, so 2 more down.
So leaving on his last wound.
Last wound. Okay. So next up, let's go for the first of the Dreadnoughts. And the Dreadnought is going to go Gatling cannon into the dogs. And it's going to go missiles into the dogs. It's going to go plasma into this guy. So start off with into that guy. So we need D6. 1 again. Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing that's all I need. So hitting on 3s, hasn't moved, re-rolling 1s. That's the one I didn't want. Okay, so Gatling now. Let's do the Gatling cannon into those dogs. So let's do those dogs, right? Okay, so. Okay, again, rolling 2s. I don't want 2s, but anyway. And then wounding on 3s. Re-rolling 1s because we're within the lieutenant. So that's 3 to 5 ups.
Oh.
Okay, so only 1 each. So it's 1 dog down, and then another one takes a wound. We'll now use. Okay, so now the Dreadnought's going to do his frag launchers at the dogs. Just the 1, hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. Yeah, that's 1 more. That will kill that other dog. we'll move very swiftly onto the second Dreadnought. Second Dreadnought, we're going to do exactly the same again. So we're going to first of all start off with the Plasma. The Plasma is going to overcharge into him. Actually, no, it's not overcharged. It's got 1 wound left. That's a waste of time. Don't need to do that. So how many shots? So 3, slightly better. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. They all hit. And then I need 4s. So that's 2. 2 invons.
Oh yes, John!
Wow, okay. So he looks like he will survive this turn. There's nothing I can throw at him this time. We'll carry on with the Dreadnought. So we have the Gatling into the dogs. Again, hitting these 2s, not the 1s. And then 3s. And reroll 1 for the Lieutenant. Nope. So just the 2. 2 wounds on the dogs.
Go 6s again. 1 wound.
1 wound for the dog. And then the Frag Launcher.
Yep.
D6.
Give me a 1. Oh yes.
You get 2. And hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Both hit. And 1 wound.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes a save. No more damage done. So we'll move swiftly over to the last unit that I have, which is the other Intercessor Squad. And that unit will shoot into the Bloodletters. It seems like the sensible target. We'll see whether we can ping off a few of these. Right, okay. So hitting on 3s. Okay, no re-rolls of any sort. And wounding on toughness of a Bloodletter is 3. So wounding on 3s.
Oh wow. Whoa!
1.
Let me make that save. No.
1 dies. Okay, so the I actually have another unit I forgot about. So these guys here are going to shoot into the dogs. We've already taken a bit of damage. See whether we can finish them off. So needing 3s. Again, no 1s. And wounding on 4s. No 4s. And that is 3 invon saves.
Okay, so
And that's another dog down. Okay, so not too bad. And with that, that is the end of my shooting phase.
So going into combat phase for the Space Marines. So what we're going to charge, or if we're going to charge anything, John?
So yes, we'll just have 1 charge. The Bloodletters are ultimately going to charge me, so I'm going to see if I can try and potentially do a little bit of damage to them. So I'm going to charge into
4.
the Bloodletters. So 4, okay. So let's see if we can get him. Yep, we do get in. So we're going to pile them in. We'll come back. So. Okay, so I'm going to now attempt to see if I can do some damage onto the Bloodletters. I've only got the Sergeant and 1 guy in. Can't get within 1 inch of a base, even with the pile in. So I'm hitting on 3s. They all hit, which is nice. And I am winning on 3s. So I dropped 2. So you have 3 5-up saves to make. So we kill 3, which we'll take.
So Sean is going to decide that he's going to interrupt combat. So he's going to spend 2 command points. I'm guessing the Bloodthirster is going to strike before he gets striked.
Yep. So 6 attacks.
6 attacks.
2s to hit. So and I'm going to spend can't spend another command point.
Yeah, you can
I'll
if you want to.
Command
It's
point.
a different type of reroll.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And your 6-1 generates an extra attack.
Okay. Is that mortal wound?
No, it just generates an extra attack.
So 1, 2,
so
3,
it will
4,
be
5.
Yeah, it'll be 5s, -4. So I do have my after saves that I remember this time because it's -4. So for each one it does d6. So you need to roll. We need to roll for each individual one. Then Sean. So
the wounds roll for the thing for the
so
D6.
first one is 2. So I have 2 6-ups. No, so that kills the first one. Okay, because it can't overkill.
Yep.
Okay, so your next one. So you do 2. Sorry, you do 4.
Yep.
No, so that's going to kill another one. Okay, next up. Just a 1.
Yep.
So don't make so he loses 1 wound. It's a 6. So I have 6 to try and save that one guy.
Can be done.
No, so one guy is very overkilled. And then last one?
Yep.
So 3 more. No, so he dies. So it leaves me with just the one left. Brutal stuff.
So what are you going to attack with next, John?
So he's going to attack you back. Because he might as well. 2 attacks. Hit on 3s. Both hit. Wounding on 3s. Yeah, I'm going to use a command point. Take me down to just 2 left. But only 3s, which I do get. So these will be on your invuln saves. No, so both get through. So the D3 each.
Yep.
So that's 4 damage more off him.
Okay. Cool. So I have 3 attacks from the bloodletters into the interceptors.
Interceptors, yeah.
3 hits.
Yeah.
And then I've managed to do what's...
So you need 4s.
Cool, so none.
Nothing.
Cool. So at the end of the combat and at the end of the Space Marine's turn, we're now following up with some morale checks. So we're going to go with the bloodletters first.
Okay, so they lost. How many bloodletters did you lose?
Pretty much the whole squad. So, oh no, I've lost 7.
Okay, so your leadership 6. So you've already lost 1.
Yep.
Plus 1, so you lost 2.
Cool.
It's not bad. I could have ended in tears.
Cool.
So just leaving you with
Your dogs.
one left.
So your dog's over there. Dog's gone.
Yeah.
Dog's gone.
Pass me over the dog.
There we go.
Cheers.
And bloodletters over here. How many bloodletters did you lose over there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Okay, so on a 1 you're fine.
5.
So you lose 4.
3, 4.
So and then we've got your...
I could spend 2 command points and keep them in the game, couldn't I?
You could do, yes.
Yeah, I'll spend 2 command points and keep them in.
Okay. I believe that leaves you with just 1 command point left, Sean. So I'm going to do over here. Yeah?
Yep.
So... Okay, so I have leadership 7. I have lost 4. So here we go. So we get 3. I think I am okay. No, I would lose 1. But I have They Show No Fear, so I can reroll morale. So I lose 1.
That's that last one you needed. That's awesome. And then Sean's used 2 command points to auto pass the bloodletters. So that means they won't be taking any morale checks, which is pretty cool. At the end of that turn, John, how many points did you rack up?
So I have this objective here. So I have 1. I have that one over there because I have more than 3 inches. So that's 2. And I have killed a unit. Have I killed a unit? Yes, I've killed the dogs.
Killed the dogs, yep.
I think
nearly
that
killed the Soul Grinder.
Yeah, so that will be it from there. So that gives me another 3 points that turn.
So at the end of the movement phase for the demons, so we've got a little bit of a conga line going down with the blood crushers. So the way Sean is playing this, he's got them set upon the objective. So if they do fail the charge, he will still score a point back there. Over here, the Soul Grinder's pulled himself slightly further up. So still being, hopefully, I think he's got the idea if he could then charge into those if he desires to try to wipe those out. But also aiming to shoot at some juicy targets over here. Bloodthirst has slightly pulled himself forward, so you can then choose, wherever he whips, you can then choose to charge afterwards, or go for something different if he kills them off. Soul Grinder stayed put, and then over here, we've got 1 cowardly bloodletter that you wouldn't expect from Khorne.
He's doing his job.
But he's denying a point, so...
Several skulls hidden behind that rock, I'll have you know.
It's a smart move, and then over in the back corner, they're just clumping back, chucking dice at the models, just to hold that objective at the back. So let's move into shooting. Okay, so then shooting from the Bloodthirster.
So lash a Khorne onto the Hellblaster, so it's D3. I managed to get 2. I need 2s to hit, so I've managed to hit with both. and then I need 3s to wound. So I've managed to do 1 wound. I'm going to spend my last command point to reroll to wound, which I haven't done. So 1 wound.
Okay, so it's -3, it's only 6.
Oh, he gets a 6.
Gets 6. Happy days.
Fantastic.
Really good rolling. So what we just thinking of shooting next, Sean?
The next thing that I'm thinking of doing is I am going to fire the Harvester Cannon into the same guys. So that's heavy 3.
And then the Plague Bombardment, where's that going to go
that's
to?
going to go into those guys.
So,
as well.
okay, cool.
So I need 5s to hit because he hasn't moved. No hits. And then the Flam Bombardment, it gets D6, so I get 3 more. And I need 5s to 6s. I've managed to do 1 6. It's going to be 2s to wound, 1 wound.
Okay, so let's see whether I can save it.
Needs a 6.
I get 5.
So a cheeky little save there. And then what is going to be your next? I'm guessing that's going to be the last thing to shoot.
Yeah. So what have we got left in my arsenal to shoot? So I still think those blasters are probably going to be the easiest kill point this turn. So I'm going to fire the same again. So the Harvester, needing 5s and 6s. I've hit with 1 Harvester cannon. 3s to wound, so 1 wound.
Okay. That's a 4. That's a save.
Cool. And then the Flam Bombardment, I get D6. It's only 1. It
Does hit. 2s.
does wound.
Does wounds.
You needed that like 1 turn earlier.
I make the save.
Oh wow. Incredible. Incredible.
How do we
Devastated.
feel about that, guys?
Devastated. What?
I'm loving life at the moment. Loving life.
So going in for combat for the demons. So Soul Grinder's going into the. Yep, he's in.
Intercessors. Yep.
Cool.
Can't overwatch because they're already in combat. So we're going for the Bloodthirster is going for the charge into the Repulsor.
So he is going to charge in 3 inches.
Yep. So John, do your Overwatch.
Okay, let's start off with the Lascars. No hits. Just thinking whether it was worth rolling a reroll. I've not got many left, so I'm not going to use it. So we now do the 6 from the mini onslaught cannon. We get 1 through, needing a 5. Don't get anything. We now have the big onslaught cannon. And we get 3 hits.
Pretty good.
And again, needing 5s. We don't get any at all. And we'll now go with the D3 from the Kraken from the missiles. It's 2 because 2 shots. So that will be 5 shots. Don't get any hits. And we have the frag grenades, D6, and D6 from the other one. So just 3 in all. Needing 6s. Get 1. Need 5s. Don't get any. And I think that is it.
So the Bloodthirster decided it's going to attack the Repulsor first. Because he didn't charge in the full inch with him, just within under an inch. So on the pile-in, he's done a cheeky little move where he's moved into base contact with the Repulsor, but he's just swung his back of his base around to be within an inch, half an inch of the other guys, which means they can attack him, but it does stop them then the next turn from shooting. Crafty little move, but that could be enough to save his bacon. So let's go into hits. So Sean, we're going in for 7 attacks.
7 hits, hitting on 2s. So 1 misses. Take that out. He's going to be strength 10, so he's going to be
More than
wounding.
that, but he's still only wounding me on 3s, not 2s.
Okay, so 3s.
It's not double life, thanks.
So I've managed to do
3? Yeah. So it's -4, so I don't get any save against it. See how much damage it does. So it's D6, so that
10.
is 10 altogether. Then I get my 10 thingy after saves. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm looking for 6s. I don't get any, so I do lose 10 wounds. I'm down to 2 wounds on the Repulsor.
So that's really good because then that really knocks his stats down quite a lot. So that's really cool. So do you want to do your Soul Grinder next, Sean?
Yep. So the Soul Grinder is charging in.
Okay, so the Soul Grinder. So it's going to be hitting on 4s.
12 attacks. So 4s to hit. Oh dear.
But that's still not bad considering what you're going into.
That's true. And this wound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so we have 6, 7. -2, it's 25s. Well, I only make the one, so you need to roll these individually, Sean, because I get my damage saves as well. So these are D3 each.
Yep.
So the first one is 2, so I get 2 6-ups against that. So it's got 1 wound left, so that's the first one gone. And the second one,
Oh, right, sorry. 1.
so it does 1 damage. So one guy dies.
Cool.
So next one, so it does 2. So I make 1, so he's got 1 wound left.
Cool.
Does 2. So the next one dies.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Cool.
Does 3. Yep, so he dies. 1 dies. Does 3 again. Yeah, no one dies.
No one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
To be fair, you didn't do too bad with the saves. He didn't kill.
Oh, can you put that one
Yeah,
back? I'll keep
okay,
Sergeant alive.
He didn't kill one every turn, did he? So
No. No. Well, the
So
unit's
we
still
have-
there, which is cool.
So Sean, what are you declaring to going to attack next? What I'm guessing will be the bloodletters. There's nothing else.
Yep, bloodletters. So they will get. So the bloodletters are going to charge in here. They need 3s to hit. So they've all hit. Then I need 4s to wound. So I've only managed to do 2 wounds.
Okay. So they are -2. So I'm on a 5-up save. Both get through, and 2 6-up saves. No, you drag down the last one.
Really good.
And then do I consolidate?
You can consolidate now. Yeah.
So going in with the next bit of attacks, which I'm guessing you're going with the Repulsor first.
Yeah. So we start with Repulsor. I get 1 attack now. I only got 2 wounds left. Hit on 6 or 5, but not that. And then these guys here. So we have 2 attacks each. That's hitting on 3s. And so we get 3 and only 5s to wound. I don't get any, and
So
that is the
just
end.
out of curiosity, John.
Yeah.
Because within the distance of him,
Yeah.
would you not re-roll that 1
For what? Sorry, for the
for the Repulsor?
For the Repulsor, yeah, yes, I would. Yes, I would. You're right. It's not going to make any difference, but
Yeah, it's
yeah,
worth a
good
shot.
shout. Absolutely good shout.
So at the end of combat, Khorne have taken 1 objective there, 2nd objective over there, 3rd objective at the back, 4th objective here, killing the squad off. So that's giving you 5 points this turn. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's pretty good. It's a shame you didn't manage to pop the Repulsor, but to be fair, you've done a good result on it. You got it down to 2 wounds, so that's really cool.
I
So it
could
makes
kill
it-
the Hellblasters. If I killed them, I'd have been a lot happier.
Do you know what? To be fair though, Sean, I think you've done well because that would have come out of combat and that would have done you more damage. But it's cool. Let's move into the Space Marines next turn. So end of movement phase for the Space Marines. So the Repulsor's pulled himself out of combat, which to be fair, I would have done the same thing. So that now allows the big guns to start hammering home at the Bloodthirster. That's pretty much where you've moved, isn't it, John?
More or less, the Dreadnoughts have come forward, which means they are -1 to hit now on their heavy weapons. But hopefully, I think they can potentially, particularly with both of them, see off the Bloodthirster in combat if we can't deal with him in shooting.
Yeah, and that's going to be strong. Okay, so let's go in with shooting. So what we're going to go with first?
Let's start off with some small arms fire. So I'm going to start off with seeing whether I can take his last wound off with these guys. So I'm going to shoot these 5 intercessors at the Soul Grinder. I'd like to try and see if I can use small fire to try and take him out rather than a larger fire. That's my plan. So we'll see what we get. See how we get on.
Just
Okay.
need the 1.
Just need the 1 exactly. That's all I need. So 3s. Oh, wish I had re-rolls, but no re-rolls at all. That is a shockingly poor roll. Okay, and now I need 5s. I only get the 1, but 1's all I need. That's -1, so you're on a 4-up save. 50-50 chance here, Sean.
He's gone.
Goes. Yeah,
That's
no
it.
command points left. Does he explode? On a 6. He does explode. One of these guys. So there you go. So we'll take him off there. And there goes the Soul Grinder. So mission complete to start off with.
That's what I said. You only need one in there, and one done the job.
Yeah.
So what we're going to go with next?
Again, we're going to carry on with some small arms fire, see if we can do some peppering. So I'm going to use the bolt rifle here into the Bloodthirster from the banner guy. Obviously the Hellblasters cannot shoot because they were wrapped up in combat, but the Bannerman was not. So here we go. So that's just the one hit. I'm out of range of any rerolls, and I now need a 5, which I do get. That is -1. And that is not a save, so that is another one down. To get him down to 9s, this is what we need to do. We just need to chip away at him, hopefully, and see if we can do some work. So, the next guys here, moved up here. They are also going to shoot into the Bloodthirster. And we'll see whether, again, we just want to chip away at these wounds, make him a little bit softer. So, let's have a look. Okay, again, out of range of any rerolls, just, but we need to be in range of that objective. So they're the misses, and now we need 5s. Okay, so we get 3, again, -1 from the bolt rifles, and he drops another 2 wounds.
So he's down to 7.
It's down to 7, perfect. Okay, so next up, the bolt pistol from the chaplain is going to shoot into him as well. So just 1, it hits, and see if we can wound. We cannot wound. 2, we cannot re-roll. We'll then go into the lieutenant again. Let's see if we can hit. We don't hit. We'll now go into the stalker. The stalker is going to try and shoot the Bloodthirster. So he's not hurt enough for him to drop down to any tier. We have got some rerolls here, so we're hoping we can do some work. So we need 2s, rerolling 1s. Rerolling the 1. We get them all off. And he's strength 7 against your toughness 7, so we need 4s. Rerolling 1 for the lieutenant. Rerolling 1. We make 4 wounds. These are -1, 2 damage each. So 4 ups, please, Sean. Ooh. Each one that gets through is 2 damage. So that is 2 that get through, so that's 4 damage down. So he is down to 3 wounds.
Yep.
3 wounds left.
We don't even need that.
3 wounds left.
Cool.
Right, gonna have a little pause while I work up. Okay, so the captain now is going to see if we can ping off maybe another wound off the Bloodthirster. So I have 3 shots from his gauntlet. He hits on 2s, so they all hit. I need 5s again. I get the 1, no minus, you get 3 up. Which you make no problem at all, no damage. Okay, so we are now going to try and see whether we can do some damage from the big tank. Okay, so the Repulsor, the badly damaged Repulsor, who's now hitting on 5s, is going to shoot everything at the Bloodthirster except the 2 las cannons that are going to shoot at the Soul Grinder. So we're going to go at the Soul Grinder first of all. So I need 5s. I'm going to get some rerolls here though. That's not what I wanted, so no hits there. I'm not going to use a reroll. I'm going to hang on to those. So now we go into the Bloodthirster. So we start off with the smaller Gatling cannon. So again, needing 5s.
Oh, that's good.
Decent. And then 5s again. Just the 1, -1. It's fine. And then we'll use the bigger Gatling cannon, which is 12 shots. Okay, unfortunately, just the 1. Lots of 4s, but just the 1. And we don't convert it either. So then we have the 2 Icarus missiles. So that's how many shots we've got. D3 it is. So not too bad. Again, needing 6s for this. No, he's fly. So no, we do need 5 still. So okay, so that's 2. In fact, we needed 4s, but that's 2. And our strength 7 against toughness 7. So we need 4s. Nothing at all. 2 frag launchers. 5 shots.
Do you feel your pain?
Rerolling 1s. It's 1 hit. Rerolling wounds. No, nothing. That is the end of him. No more shooting from them. So we're just going to go into the Dreadnought because that's pretty much all I have left is the Dreadnoughts. So let's start off with this one here. He did move, so the heavy incinerator is going to be -1, so he'll be hitting on 4s but rerolling 1s. So let's see how many shots we've got. Just the 2, not enough. Hitting on 4s. So we get the 1, and this isn't overcharged. Of course, I should have said that before. It's not a wound. Hit the Gatling Onslaught Cannon. Just the 6 shots. Rerolling 1s. 3 hits. 1 wound, -1. Makes the save like a boss. The Icarus launcher, D3, 2. He flies. That's 1 hit. It's 1 wound. -1. No, gets through. D3 damage. No, just 1 damage. Sorry, just 1 damage. Okay, so that is him. I want to put some damage on this Soul Grinder. I think with just 2 wounds left, I can take him in combat. That's going to be the plan. So I'm going to put the other Dreadnought into the Soul Grinder over the other side. I'm going to overcharge his heavy incinerator. So let's see how many shots I've got. 4, that's better. Okay, so again he did move. So I'm hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Okay, so that's 3, we'll take that. I am now going to be wounding him on 3s. Get them all, and this is mine and silly, so you're just on your invons.
So 5 ups?
Yep.
Cool, so 1 went through.
1 gets through. I believe, I'll just double check the damage for it.
So just a 2 damage on the Soul Grinder.
Okay, so now we'll do the
I could have done with that Soul Grinder living.
the heavy onslaught.
Yep.
Not heavy onslaught, just onslaught cannon into Soul Grinder as well. And need 5s. Re-rolling 1s, yep. No, just a 1, -1. So another 1 off the Soul Grinder. No, Soul Grinder.
Oh, right.
Everything on the Soul Grinder.
Oh, right, I thought you said you were only putting that on. Okay, cool.
No.
So that puts it up to, that's just 3 wounds.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And the other gun's going to be out of range, so it's fine. I nominated it all against that, so I'm not going to change now, even though I should have nominated the other one against Bloodthirster. So that's fine. And that will be the end of my shooting.
So going into combat, so got anything to declare in a charge?
Absolutely. So we will charge with the Dreadnought here, first of all.
Okay, so it's got 3 lashes, hitting on
D3 lashes. So
Cool.
2, hitting on 6s.
Nope.
No, nothing at all. So first we'll roll that one. So he is going to go to here. His buddy is also going to charge him. Yep, he's going to be in as well.
So it's definitely double trouble.
So that will be that. Yeah, so that will be all. I'm not going to charge anything else, funny enough, because we're going to try and just kill him with that. And we'll go straight into the assaults then.
Cool, so let's move into combat.
Okay, so both the Dreadnoughts are the Smash Brothers. The 2 big boys are going to go and attack simultaneously into the Bloodthirster. Because Sean doesn't have any command points, I'm just going to attack them both. I'm going to use them both at the same time. They're both the same profiles,
Makes
2
sense.
fists. So it's 4 attacks each, so I have 8 attacks. There is no minus for the big old power fist on these guys. These guys don't have a minus for it, so it's good. So I need 3s. That's not too bad. And now I will be, I'm sure it's 7, I am times 2, so I will be wounding you on 2s. Okay, so that is 4, then -3 you'll be just on your invon save. You make 2, which is decent, and 2 go through, and of those 2,
There's nothing I can do.
they are D6 damage
Yeah, so
each.
he's gone.
Well, no, not necessarily. How many wounds you got? He's only got 2 wounds left.
Even on you get a double one.
Yeah,
He's
so
dead.
that kills him. Cool.
And I believe that is all the combat. So they're going to consolidate.
Yeah, we will consolidate. We'll consolidate to there, to there, and that will be us.
Cool. So at the end of that turn, John, how many points did you score?
So I'm controlling 2 objectives here.
Yeah.
I've killed 2 units.
So Bloodthirster being 1, and
Yeah.
what was the second
And
unit?
Soul Grinder over here.
Of course, with small fire. So that's 4
Small fire.
points. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So let's move into demons next turn. Okay, so
And
12 attacks from the Soul Grinder.
Hitting on 4s.
one more. Yep.
Could be better.
Decent.
Right. And then wounding on.
2s.
Cool. So a couple of 1s in there. But
Okay, so it's 6 up
1,
saves.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, 6 up saves.
Yep.
Don't make any. I will have the damaged ones after this.
D6.
So D3s.
D3s or D6?
D3s.
D3s.
Oh, shocking.
So
That is absolutely
3,
shocking.
What was it in all? So 5? No, 4. No, 5. Yeah, 5. So 5, 6 ups. Oh, see whether we can make one. We don't make one. He does drop 5 wounds, taking him down to 4. I will attack you back.
So going for combat for the Soul Grinder.
I have 12 attacks, hitting on 4s. Ooh, that is not looking good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Misses.
Yeah,
2 hits.
yeah, and those 2 hits I've
Threes.
managed to do.
Yeah, both go through. So -2.
Yeah.
So 5s. I make 1, so 1 gets through. D3 does 2. I get 2 6 ups. Don't make any of them, so 2 damage goes through. Takes me down to 6.
It is what it is.
And then your attacks back.
Okay, so my attacks back. D3 attacks. I have 2 attacks. I hit on 6s. I do get 1. Strength 6 against toughness 7. I need 5. I do get a 5. So you just get your normal save. 3 up. Nice, like a boss. That's the end of that. Cool.
So at the end of the demon's phase, points. So we've got 1 point over here, 1 point with the blood letters hiding on there,
Cool.
and then we've got 2 more points over here. So 4 points in total. End of movement for the Space Marines. The Primaris have pulled themselves slightly forward, so they make sure they're in range to shoot at the blood letters. We've got some more movement from the Primaris over here. The tank's pulled himself away from the Soul Grinder, leaving himself open for the Dreadnought to come up to put a couple of hits into the Soul Grinder. So going into shooting for the Space Marines.
Okay, so let's start off over here with the very, very damaged Repulsor tank, which is on its last legs. But before it goes, it's going to try and see whether it can do some damage to the Soul Grinder. I really like it to. So I'm hitting on 5s. But I am re-rolling 1s because of the captain. So to start off with that, so we start off with the las cannon. Re-rolling 1s. Perfect. So we get 1 through, and I need a 3, which I get. So invuln save.
Ding, 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 ding!
That's not good.
Not good at all.
Not happy about
Many
that.
more of those. I hope your Dreadnought Fred comes over and finds out that he's going to get the world champion Soul Grinder.
Gatling gun.
Oh, you got a couple of 5s and 6s there.
Re-roll it.
That's nice.
I need 5.
Yeah, you got a 4 in there. Take 1 out.
You did.
Yeah.
Did I? Okay.
Just doesn't matter. 1 goes through.
1 goes
We'll
through.
take
-1.
that.
Takes a wound.
Okay, cool.
Done 10.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take that. And we'll now go on to the heavy Gatling cannon. See whether we can do a bit more work. Again, needing 5s, we're rolling 1s. It's 1, it's 1. Unfortunately, there's lots of 4s and 1 there. So 4 get through, needing 5s. Just the 1 minus 1.
Oh, thank you.
No problem there.
We need a name for the Dreadnought.
Missiles. Nope, nothing. Grenades.
The grenades in range?
Pardon?
The grenade launchers in range?
Yes. So we have hitting on 5s, rerolling 1s. It's 2. And wounding on 5s. Nope, nothing. That's the end of his shooting. We've got nothing else there.
Sally the Dreadnought going to start getting in there.
Sally? What about Sally?
Now we're going to go with the gauntlet from the captain.
Yeah.
So, Captain Susie.
Rerolling 1s. Needing 5s. Just the 1, no minuses.
No.
Takes another wound, down to 9.
Yeah, good.
We now do the chaplain. So he's got 1.
Is he any good?
He hits. 5s.
We'll find out.
Nope. And the...
What is he?
He is
What
a
is he?
lieutenant. So again, 1 from the lieutenant.
Hits.
He hits. Does not wound. Does not wound.
Come on, open up with the big gun. You know you want to.
Come on, Sally.
Over here.
Yeah.
So these guys here are going to shoot into the bloodletters.
Cool.
So there we go. Right. Let's see if we can do some damage. And hitting on 3s, so just the 1, drops just the 1, and then wounding on 3s. Okay, so
enough.
you have 6 saves, 5 ups.
That's not ideal, is it? I've made, so it'll
It's
be
decent.
4.
So 4, drops 4.
Yeah.
Okay, we now do the Hellblasters. They're going to shoot at the same target, so 2 shots.
Who's this?
These guys here.
Okay, cool. What's the range of a Hellblaster?
30 inches, so that's not a wound.
Okay.
Doesn't do anything.
Them go.
That's for the range of these guys anyway. So these guys here are going to shoot into the same target.
Yep.
Look at you. Sean's getting squeaky bum time. You know when he starts asking ranges where he thinks he's in with a chance
mate,
here.
don't worry.
Can you tell?
You've got it. You've got to get the points.
Okay, so these are these guys into him.
Yep.
So hitting a freeze.
You should wipe this squad out now.
And that's 5 saves. There you go, Sean.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So 3 more.
Leaving just the 2.
Yeah.
We'll now go with the banner guy who's going to shoot into them.
Yep.
Nothing. The Dreadnought. I really want to start shooting at him. It's really irritating.
Is it?
Very, very annoying. in
So
fact.
sorry, John. I'm so sorry.
So you should be.
How many turns does it go on? 5 turns?
So this guy here
Game nearly
is going
over.
to
I'm gonna
shoot. I'm going to shoot the Gatling into these guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot the. I'm going to overcharge it, and I'm going to shoot the Gis gun into the Soul Grinder, so the big plasma assault. And I'll shoot the Icarus into those guys as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with the Gatling. I'm hoping that that will be enough to kill the last 2 guys. And we get 3 hits. We get 2 wounds. 1 survives.
Oh, I'll have to take the guy at the back. Throw him off, Darren. Give me a chance.
We get D3 shots. Just the 1. Hits. Does not wound. Hopefully he'll die of morale. We need him to. Because then we have the Plasma Executioner gun. So 5 shots. Perfect. We don't want any 1s now, because 1s are mortal wounds. But we need 3s, not moved him. Okay, so that's all hit. And 3s. So just the 3. So you got your Invon saves on your own. Each one goes through is 2 each. So that's 6 damage.
Cool.
How many has he got left now?
I don't know.
So he was down to 9, wasn't he? So
Oh, this guy here,
Yeah.
yeah. So he's got 3 left.
he's got 3 left. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. He's going to be out of range, so we're going to have to shoot everything into him. So I'm not going to overcharge his
It's probably for the best.
Come on then, Sally.
So how many shots? It's 4 shots. And hitting on 4s, he did move. And wounding on nothing. That one I can reroll because the guy, no, didn't get it. I'm going to reroll one of the others though. We're using command reroll. I have, yes, I do get it. So that is a wound. You get your inborn save.
Oh, sorry, I did.
Which you don't get, so you lose another 1. It's down to 2. Now we'll do the Gatling. Okay, so little Gatling, rerolling 1s. No, because he moved. And that's 2 wounds. Yeah, 2 wounds. -1. 2 more wounds gone.
So he's 3 + 8, is it not? Oh no, so it's 2 gone, so he's gone.
-1, so he's gone.
Cool.
Does it explode?
Nope.
Does not explode, it just goes.
Cool.
That will be the end of my turn. We just have a morale check over here. I'm not sure you can even pass it. Yeah, you can't pass it, so
Cool,
he is just dead.
So you've got
And
1, 2.
that will be the end of my turn. So I've got 2 units and I hold 2 objective, giving me 4 points in my turn 4.
So end of Demon's turn. There's going to be a little bit of hiding going on. So Sean's going to hold the objective here. Going to hold the objective there. And of course we've still got the blood letters hiding behind the crates. So there's going to be no charging. There's going to be no shooting. So at the end of Sean's turn, that's 3 points score to Sean. So in the movement phase, everything's all moved for the Space Marines. We've just got one crucial advance move here. So they've already moved 6. So John
5.
needs 5. Sorry. So he just needs to roll 4. Is it to get
You
within
need
that
4
objective?
inches, yep.
Oh wow.
I'm going to use my last remaining command point.
How many you got left?
This is my last one, very last one. Don't get it, so I will not get that. I am going to try my guy from behind, so he will need 5 inches. Get 6, so he's fine. So he's going to be in.
He's going to one that's going to do it.
Yeah, so I've got to go around men. I can't go through my guys. In fact, I think I'm going to be out. I'm still going to be out with him. So there's nothing I can do. So I will not hold that objective, which is crucial. But
You can get this good.
I'm hopeful that I can potentially take out Skull Taker. I've got options with both these guys and with him, and this guy here can see the blood letter over top. So we'll go into shooting and we'll see whether we can do some damage.
Cool. So what would you like to shoot first?
So let's start off with these guys here. I've measured them out. They are within range of the, because they have 30 inches on their bolt rifles. Okay, so starting off over here, shooting into Skull Taker. And needing 3s, and I need 4s. I get just the 1, -1.
4 up save? No, so he goes down to 3 wounds.
Okay, so well now these unit here are going to shoot into him. So same again.
That's much better.
Yeah, that's much better. And then 4s. Yeah, that's pretty much a full house. It's 5 saves, -1.
4s, can I do it? No, he's
Drops
gone.
him. He is dead. They slay the warlord. That is killer unit, and that, I'm afraid, guys, that's probably going to be game. We will carry. We'll just carry on because let me just see whether I can kill the bloodletter. Because if I kill the bloodletter over there with my Redemptor, then it truly is game over. There is nothing more Sean will be able to do. So let's just try to do that. So we might as well. There's no point in overcharging it. He only has 1 wound. So we'll see how many shots with the plasma we get. Of course, we got just the 1, and I did move, so I need a 4, and I get a 1 again. I've got nowhere to re-roll it. We'll use the Gatling cannon, 6 shots. Okay, and wounding on 3s. I get 2. I get the -1. It's just a 5 up in Von, and he is dead. That is game. It's all over.
How many did you score? 2 for the warlord.
2 for the warlord. You've got another one there.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done, John.
So how did you find using your new Marines, John?
I still don't think they're very strong. I think the plasma guns on the Dreadnoughts are not probably the best choice. But I also don't really like the Gatling gun either. They're quite good in combat. They're quite resilient. But I just think they're not awesome. They're just such cool units. It's nice to use them on the table. The the Repulsor, being toughness 8 is great. It meant that it could be annoying and hang around. But again, it doesn't do that much damage. Just 2 las cannons and then a lot of pretty much small arms fire. It's got lots of it, but it doesn't do that much damage. I think, to be honest with you, the Stalker was amazing, great, really good at killing anything that flies. There's so much of it in the game, it's rife, and that doing 2 damage a pop, relatively high strength, really love that. And I actually think just your standard Primus Marines with 2 shots a pop at good range with a -1 probably did more work than anything else. So yeah, I mean, it's a really fun army to use. It's pretty straightforward, and I will mention just one thing. I'll give you a big bit of advice, guys. If you take reserves, don't forget to drop them in, because I've got my
I get an extra point for those.
You do get an extra point for that. I've got my overly expensive jet pack Marines that are sitting in reserve that are destroyed because I forgot about them.
To be fair, you did kind of pile your dead around them, so it's kind of easy enough to forget about them. So,
but that was a schoolboy error. By the time I realised it, I mean, Sean's a nice guy; he would have let me off. But by the time I realised it was kind of the beginning of like halfway through the next turn, so it was way too late to bring them on. So that was a stupid mistake, and one I potentially could have paid for. Had a really good last turn, but that's the only thing that really kind of got me out of jail. So
to be fair, I don't think Sean would have let you brought them on.
I
wouldn't have even known. No, I enjoyed that. It was good.
So Sean, how did you find Demons?
I've never played them before, but yeah, it's not bad. Like 1920, lots of stuff has happened. Do you know what I mean? You could say shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like, you know, if I had taken out the Repulsor, that had definitely changed the game. You know, you wouldn't have been snap firing shots at my soul grinder. In the same way, like if I'd managed to take out, if I'd managed instead of rolling 1 damage and I got 2, that's the extra point, and then he charges in and takes him out. But you know,
you was kind of really unlucky with the shooting side on.
There was loads of things I did. Like, so I spent most of the game with like, I was probably a couple of 100 points there invested in quite a strong unit that I've never really played them before. I mean, I've just picked them up, and it wasn't a bad game though. I enjoyed that.
It was good fun.
Cool. Guys, thanks for time for watching this video. We really appreciate it. Anything you guys like to say as a final?
Hit that subscribe button, hit the like, get ready for more battle reports coming soon. We've got them coming thick and fast.
Awesome. Guys, thanks for taking the time to watch the videos, and have a great day.
See you later. Bye.